time!
Bob thinks there's nothing to do around here anymore. Wait! Hold it right there, okay? Yeah! Keep your eyes on my rocket chair!
Watch where you're going!
Pretty impressive! Bob!
This is for experts only. Don't try this at home.
Tell me, Rufus and Kangapaldi, do you know how fireflies start a race?
I don't know, Mooseo. How?
They say ready, set, go! And how do chickens start a race?
I don't know how.
From scratch! Now, Butzer Jr., do you know why the mechanic decided to sleep under the old car? Because he had to get up oily in the morning. Oily, early. It's not too oily to take a look at Thomas the Tank Engine.
Sir Handel is very proud of his big, sturdy wheels. They have broad tires and hold well to the rails, but they are unusual. One day, the other engines wouldn't stop teasing him. Look at his steamroller wheels, they joked. Be quiet, snorted Sir Handel. You're jealous. Don't worry, soothed Peter Sam. The engines all teased me about my special funnel until they learned how useful it is. Did you hear that? Huffed Sir Handel. My wheels are special, like Peter Sam's funnel. I can go faster than any of you. Skarloey had a plan to make Sir Handel see sense. With your grand wheels, Sir Handel, said Skarloey, you're just the engine to tackle George. Who's George? That steamroller over there, replied Skarloey. Listen. The steamroller was making rude remarks about the engines. Railways are no good. Turn them into roads. Pull them up. Turn them into roads. Railways are no good. Turn them into roads. Pull them up. Turn them into roads. Don't worry, said Sir Handel. Leave him to me. I'll send him packing. George will soon get a run for his money. Later that morning, George was at the level crossing. Huh. You're Sir Handel, I suppose. Sir Handel was standing no nonsense. And you, I suppose, are George? Yes, I've heard of you. And I've heard of you. You swank around with your steamroller wheels, pretending you're as good as me. Actually, I'm better. Goodbye. George chuffered on, fuming. Later that day, Sir Handel brought a special load down after the last train had gone. When he had reached the road, he saw George traveling home. Sir Handel tried to attract his attention. George took no notice. There was barely room to pass. Sir Handel was cross. Get out of my way, you great clumsy road hog. I don't move for imitation steamrollers. You don't know the road. Get out of my way. Then there was trouble. cried Sir Handel. "That was your fault."
No, it wasn't. It was yours.
Everyone was arguing about who was to blame. "Hello, hello, hello," said a policeman ominously. "And what's going on here?" This made everyone stop arguing. They set to work clearing up the mess instead. Next day, the workmen put up a fence between the road and the railway. Then they went away, taking George with them. Sir Handel thought he had made George go away. He talked of nothing but steamrollers. "Oh dear," whispered Scarloey. "He's worse than ever. I'm sorry my plan was no good." "Never mind," said Rusty. "We'll think of something else." But they had no need to do that. Some boys arrived instead. They pointed to the engine and cried, "Look, here's Sir Handel. He tried to race a steamroller, but the steamroller nearly beat him." Sir Handel never mentioned steamrollers now.
Bob thinks there's nothing to do around here anymore. Wait! Hold him right there, okay? Yeah! Now leaving for Saturn! Woo!
Ladies and gentlemen, please fasten your seatbelts. Our rocket ship will be traveling at 300 light years per second, and well, that's fast. We've just passed Saturn and are now re-entering the Earth's atmosphere. Thank you for traveling on Cheesy Chair rocket lines. Please watch your step as you deboard the craft.
Why did the orange stop in the middle of the race?
I don't know. Why did the orange stop in the middle of the race, Mooseo?
Because he ran out of juice. And what part of the race car is the laziest?
I don't know. What?
The wheels. They're always tired. And why did the farmer plant old car parts in his field?
Why?
Because he wanted to raise a bumper crop. And now let's race off to see Big Sister and Little Brother.
Big Sister and Little Brother are looking out of the window. It's raining. They're bored. Mummy is off having a good time. The mailman comes with the mail. Big Sister and Little Brother fetch the mail. Then they have to change their clothes because they got a bit wet. A postcard to Big Sister and Little Brother from Mummy in Sunny Bay. Big Sister wants to look at the postcard a bit longer. Little Brother also wants to look at the postcard a bit longer. Neither one wants to let go. The postcard breaks. Big Sister and Little Brother are sad. Daddy's going to tape the postcard together again. But it does not work. The pieces are too small. Big Sister and Little Brother become even sadder. Daddy gives them a blank postcard each. That'll be just as good. That will not be just as good. There's no stamp, and it does not say hi from anyone. Big Sister and Little Brother are allowed to send the postcards to each other. They are painting and writing for a long while. Then they get to go to the post box and post them. The next day, there's mail again for Big Sister and Little Brother. One for Big Sister and one for Little Brother. both have a stamp that say hi on them. Big sister and little brother are happy now.
What do you get if you cross a turtle with a car?
Gee, I don't know. What?
Very slow traffic. And what do you put on toasted cars?
Toasted cars? I don't know. What do you put on toasted cars?
Traffic jam. And now I see the checkered flag. Let's cross the finish line. And remember, make all your jokes amusing and all your time fun time.
Okay, boys,